Hi, my name is Melissa Tennyson and I'm the owner of 3milelaneco, and today we're going to be talking about the 3 different ways that you can make t-shirts at home and which way is my favorite. Let's dive right in. So I've got 3 shirts behind me which I'm going to be product testing, one design that I'm going to attempt to do 3 different ways. I have always wanted to try screen printing, so I actually got a screen, ink, and the squeegee. I have stencil material. I'm going to cut out my design using the stencil, and then I'm going to attempt to screen print. So that's number 1. Number 2, I'm going to use Cricut brand HTV or heat transfer vinyl. I'm going to try that in my design and put it on one of the shirts to see how well it does and how well it stays after washing. And the last type of t-shirt transfer I'm going to be trying is a professionally printed transfer. This is made out of a special material that is commonly used on jerseys and other contact sports materials. I have high hopes for that one. I think the screen printing is going to go really well as long as I don't muck it up, and that's what I'm most concerned about. And then the Cricut vinyl I think will work really well for a while, but I don't think it's going to last very long. So I'm going to dive into that. I'm going to take you along for the ride with me. I'm also filming this at the exact same time I'm filming a day in the life vlog. You might see bits and pieces from this in that and vice versa. So if you guys haven't seen the day in the life yet, it is already up. You can go to my channel to check it out. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up. Please hit the subscribe button if you are interested in seeing the content I'm about to make for you, and leave me a shirt emoji in the comments and tell me what you want to see on a shirt. I am taking suggestions. I've been putting this off for far too long. It's time to get into it, and it is finally time to unbox this bad boy. This is the Cricut Easy Press. I've had it for months, have not opened it yet. Today's the day. Today's the day. We're doing this. We're doing this. All right, you guys, here we go. We're gonna open the Cricut Easy Press. Okay. Here we are opening the box. Okay. The box is a little dented on top, but that's okay, as long as the machine works. Ta-da! Oh my goodness. There it is. There she is. Oh, you're so pretty. Let's do this. And there's the little booklet, instructions. Oh, they even give us an HTV Cricut symbol. How cute. Oh, okay. There she is. Here's the heat tray that it sits on. Here's the bag that we can do our iron-on test piece with. All right, breaking through. There we go. We don't have a lot of room in here, but I'm gonna go ahead and just push it off to the side a little bit, get it plugged in, get it heating up, and we're gonna test it out. We're gonna see how it does. Here we go. So it's plugged in, but we still need to turn it on. It's currently set to Celsius. Let's see if we hold this down, does it change? Yes, there's Fahrenheit. And it's set to 400. Set time and temperature. Plug in and power on your press. Set the temp to 290. Set the timer for 30 seconds. Okay, so hit the temperature button, hit the down. We're gonna go, we're looking for 290. There we go. And then the timer is already set for 30 seconds. So we're gonna let that heat up. So it actually did not come with the heating base pad that you need. When you're pressing things like this, you need to make sure you are protecting your surface. Ah, there it is, right there. There we go, okay. All right, let's take that upstairs. It just so happens that my mom is a quilter, so I found this ironing board, which is crucial to the project. We are gonna go ahead and just do this test vinyl that they gave us. Here's the moment of truth. The Cricut is preheated to 290 degrees Fahrenheit. It is set for 30 seconds as set by the instructions. It's ready to go. You'll hear a beep. The light is green, so we're good. Place the press over your drawstring bag, pressing for 5 seconds to remove wrinkles and moisture. Never skip this step. Trust us, it's important. So I'm holding the cord up and out of the way, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So we've got that nice and preheated. Position the included, I guess I don't have to peel anything off, pre-cut iron-on material onto the center of the bag. Shiny side, clear liner facing up. Place the easy press on top, start the timer, and apply gentle pressure until it beeps. I don't know if I'm supposed to move it around. Flip the bag over and press the reverse side of the material for an additional 15 seconds. Pressing both sides ensures the design sticks for the long haul. So there is the time. We're going to flip it and press again for another 15 seconds. So I'm just going to start the timer so that I can actually have a visual of when 15 hits. While the iron-on film still feels warm to the touch, test a corner. If the liner does not lift easily, reapply and reheat for a few more seconds. Remove the liner and voila, your new Cricut drawstring bag is ready to go. All right, I'm gonna try and use a tool to get the liner up. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. It's not super hot. It is warm, and I have sensitive fingers, so tools will be your friend if you're similar to me. Ooh. Oh my goodness, we did it! We did it, you guys. Oh, if I could do it, you can do it. There it is. There's our test project. It's on there. It's like, yeah, it's good. I like it. How cute. So test number 1 complete. That is setting up the machine, getting it ready, and actually putting something on something. Now that we have the Cricut on the bag, the next step is to actually put our design on the shirt. So I'm going to be cutting out some Cricut brand HTV on my Explore Air 2 in the design that I ordered professionally. I'm also going to, at the same time, cut out a stencil for my screen printing stuff. And we're gonna go through the 3 different applications and see which one lasts better and performs the best. Here we go. We'll insert that. And we're going to be resizing this. I don't remember the size. I think I did 8. I need to measure. This is the actual design of the other. This is what's going on all of the shirts. Now that I'm looking at this, love is off center, so I think I'm gonna have to cut it out and manually place it on on all the shirts, because that's gonna kind of bother me if it's off center like that. So from edge to edge, we're looking at 8. It's 8 inches wide. I resized this to 8 wide, and it is 6.5 tall. Now, because the love on the other, the professionally one, is not centered, it's off a little bit, I'm gonna actually fix it on this so that I don't have to do some weird stuff with the other thing. So now it looks way better. It's more centered and it's where I want it to be. So now we are ready to cut out these 2 designs on HTV, and I'm also going to do the stencil. So we're gonna click on Make It. There they are. Strong Bond Cricut Everyday Iron-On in white. And there are actually instructions on here. I learned last time. It says, for tips and instructions, go to help.cricut.com and search Everyday Iron-On. So we're actually gonna go ahead and do that. Now we're going to search for Everyday Iron-On. Everyday Iron-On instructions. What you need, all that stuff, da 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 da. Select Everyday Iron-On from the list of materials. Be sure to mirror your mat. So we're turning the smart dial to custom. Place the iron-on sheet liner side down onto the mat. Load it, cut it, weed it. And then this is how to apply it. All right, so we're gonna browse all materials. Everyday Iron-On, boom, that's the one we want. And then we're gonna click on Done. And we need 7 inches of this stuff. And it says shiny liner side down. So this is the shiny side. See how that's matte? It's not as shiny as this side. And smooth it out. Okay, you guys, moment of truth. Here we go. I cut out the HTV and weeded it. It's looking pretty good. I'm so excited. So we're gonna go ahead and do the HTV first, but we're gonna do the outsourced heat transfer after this one. Preheat base material as instructed in our heat transfer guide. Place the cut design on the base material with the shiny liner side up. Apply heat as instructed. See heat transfer guide. Flip the base over and apply heat to the back of the design as instructed. Use a cool peel to remove the liner. A cool peel this time, very important. And then care, wait 24 hours before washing. Longest life, wash and dry inside out. If areas of the iron-on lift after washing, follow the complete application instructions and reapply. 300 degrees for 15 seconds, firm pressure, flip and press for 15 seconds, and then slowly remove liner when it's cool to the touch. All right, so here we go. Turn on the machine and it says 300 degrees. So we're going to up that to 300 and we're going to put the time down to 15 seconds. For the HTV, I'm going to put it onto a black shirt. It is 100, oh, this one is actually a mix. Is this one the same? Okay, hold on. I need to change those instructions because this is actually a blend, cotton poly blend. It's 52% cotton and 48% polyester. And I feel good about putting the HTV on a blend. The other two shirts I have are 100% cotton. So I think, yes, the other two shirts I have are 100% cotton. So I feel good about having the HTV on the blend because I have the exact instructions that I need. And it's the same, 300 degrees for 15 seconds. So we're good there. So I'm going to heat it up first. All right, so we're gonna go ahead, put it down. 300 degrees for 15 seconds, light pressure. And then we flip it and then we press it for 15 more seconds. I'm very nervous. I mean, it should be fine. I'm following the directions. It should be fine. Okay, that plastic makes me nervous, but that's just the way it is. Flip it, and then I'm gonna let it cool down and then a little bit until it's cool to the touch, and then I'm gonna peel it off. Okay. All right. Fan it off a little bit. Oh, here we go. Oh my gosh, you guys. We did it. All right, so now I'm gonna let that cool down and then I'm gonna try it on. You guys, I made a shirt. Create a life you love. Oh my gosh, I did that. I did that. Actually, I kind of like it. So that's the HTV. Easy, smooth. The application, super easy. Once you get it all, you know, you read the directions, it's fine, it's fine. The next shirt up is the 100% cotton Bella canvas. This is the exact color and shirt that I have for all the other shirts. So this is the one that's going to get the actual outsourced heat transfer in the super durable material. I need to go to the manufacturer or supplier's website and look up their heating instructions for this material. All right, so I found the application instructions, and for one color, which this is one color, it's one piece, it's only 6 to 8 seconds at 330 degrees with medium pressure. And this is for 100% cotton, 100% polyester, 100% pre-shrunk cotton, and cotton poly blend. So it works on all material types. Machine wash inside out using mild detergent. Do not bleach. Dry at a normal dryer setting on household machines. Do not dry clean. Store in a cool and dry area. So I'm going to turn my Easy Press back on to 330 degrees Fahrenheit. Set the timer for, it says 6 to 8. Go ahead and do 7. And once that heats up, we'll get this on the shirt. All right, I'm just waiting for it to heat up. I want to preheat the shirt. I've seen some people use like parchment paper or some kind of paper like that in between, but it doesn't say to do that. I'm just gonna follow the instructions. We're gonna grab our design and throw it on. And the love, 7 seconds with medium pressure. All right, that's not long at all. I'm gonna go ahead and flip it. I'm gonna do the same on this side with light pressure because it doesn't say to do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And it doesn't say whether to cool peel or what. We're gonna give it a try. How hot is it? We're gonna let it cool down just a little bit like we did the last one. Oh yeah, okay. So far so good. Ooh, that's still warm. Oh, I think it's still coming up. It's not quite down all the way, but I think I've committed to pulling this off now. This might be where the parchment paper would come in handy. So I think 8 seconds would probably be better. I think it does need a little bit longer. I'm gonna turn it over and press it again for another 7 seconds. I'm just gonna let that hang out and cool off, and then I'm gonna get the screen ready for the screen print. All right, I had to change because summertime, super hot up here, no air, blah. So I have my screen. So here is a Speedball screen printing frame, and this is what it looks like. And it comes with the screen, obviously, and then there's a band inside here, like a plasticky tubey thing, and you can actually get the screen mesh and replace the mesh. So what I'm going to do is tape my stencil to the inside of the frame right here, and then once I'm done with that stencil, if I want to reuse it, I'm going to take this screen off, wash the excess ink off, and then I can store that stencil flat and just put a new screen mesh into the frame. Now we're going to try to get the actual stencil on. I have already cut it out, but with stencils, you actually want the negative space because that's what the ink is going to go through. I'm going to peel this whole thing off of here. Ooh, nope. It went through the entire thing. So that's not gonna work. I need to recut it. Oopsie, it went all the way through. I'm gonna redo the stencil, put it on a blue mat, and try to get it to cut out properly this time. I cut a new piece of vinyl, or stencil. I put it on the light grip mat this time, and now I'm going to go ahead and get that cut out, see how it does, and then we can do our third and final application. I'm kind of excited for this one because I've always wanted to try screen printing. So I've got the Speedball ink, not sponsored. For use on fabrics, cotton, polyester, blends, okay. This is just in white because I wanted all three to be white. I don't know if I'm gonna put it on the other black shirt or the other pink shirt. This is kind of a different rose pinky color than my actual shirt that I just made with the outsourced transfer. Maybe I'll do it on the pink shirt. The blue is the stencil. I had to keep all of the little pieces inside to make sure that it still reads how it needs to read. I put some masking transfer paper over, and now I'm about to peel off the backing, and I need the design to stick to that transfer paper to get it onto the screen. I have not looked up directions. I have not watched any videos. I am doing this by the seat of my pants. That's how I like to learn. I learn a lot more by messing up than I do by having somebody tell me what to do. So we're going to get this down onto our frame, my little brayer, to really get that on there. Okay, so far so good. And we're going to test this before we actually commit to putting it on the shirt. All right, that is down. There's a little air bubble here, so you wanna make sure you get out all of the air bubbles. I'm going to do it on my test bag for the Cricut. I know I'm not on the ironing board, but I'm just going to use the residual heat from the Easy Press to kind of flatten it out. We're gonna give this a go. I think I need stickier material. Okay, here we go. Here's our squeegee and our ink. Wow, that's thick. Kind of looks like marshmallow fluff. Do not lick it. I need something to scoop it out with. I did not think this through. A little bit of cardboard, because we're resourceful up here. I'm gonna cut this in half and use this as a scoop. I don't know how much to use, but I've seen people, oh, I didn't tape it. Fudge muffin. I didn't tape it, you guys. I already put it on the screen. That's why we are testing. That's why we test these things, isn't it? All right, so number 1, tape. Number 2, spoon. Here we go. I don't know how many times to do it. I feel like that's too much ink though. I think that's too much. I'm holding down the garment while I'm gently peeling it up and off. Oh, that's not too bad. I do see the error of my ways pretty clearly. This is what we're looking at. So you can see here that the transfer did not really go down very well at all. Again, here and here, I didn't tape it off, so of course I've got some smearing at the top and the side. But other than that, I used way too much ink. It's really thick. Like I can see that, thickness. So what did we learn? We learned to tape it, we learned to use less ink, and we learned that we need our stencil to be much more sticky. So for my stencil, I think I'm going to actually use permanent vinyl instead of the stencil film. The stencil film would be great if you have like a large spaced area maybe. Like most of this did fine. It's just where it kind of connects. The letters are too close together. That's where I had a problem. So I'm gonna let this dry. I'm going to wash off the frame. I'm going to redo the stencil and then I can try it on the shirt. Good morning. It is Thursday, May 13th, 9:38 a.m. Pacific time. I am working on the screen print shirt. So I did clean off and get rid of the original stencil that I put on here, and I cut a new stencil out of regular permanent adhesive vinyl, and I'm going to be putting that onto the screen to retest the screen printing. The problem I had with the first project stencil, it bled in between, which I knew was going to happen, but I tried it anyway. And if you can see between the E and the A, it connected together, and I forgot to tape it, so I had some boo-boos happen up there. I'm gonna do it a little differently this time. I'm going to put my stencil on. It's on transfer tape right now, so I can transfer it to the screen. And then I am going to use probably painter's tape. I think I have some around here somewhere. I'll use some kind of tape to tape it around the edges. And hopefully that will help to make sure that it doesn't get boo-boos on the shirt, because I'm gonna try it on the shirt next. So I'm going to get this adhered onto here. I want to get the shirt going as soon as possible because I also need to test how it washes as part of this video. The other 2 shirts, the heat transfer products, I can wash those tonight and compare and see how they do, but I won't be able to wash this one until a little bit later. I can, however, wash that bag that I tested and see how that does. So I'm going to wash it separately just in case the ink does run. I don't want it to get on anything else. Probably not till later this afternoon, because that'll be like the 24-hour mark. And then after I do the bag, I will wash the 2 shirts and give you guys an update on all of that. Here's the new stencil with permanent adhesive vinyl, and I've gone ahead and taped off everything. I'm a little concerned. I think I'm just, for good measure, I'm just gonna cover up the very edges where more ink could get. But I'm going to be super careful, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of ink like right here, and then I'm just gonna bring it down to here. Here is the shirt. This is Bella Canvas, 100% cotton. I have not pre-washed it. I'm debating on whether or not I should pre-wash my other shirts or not. Again, this is just a test for the Speedball ink, the screen printing ink. I am going to turn on my easy press so that I can get this pressed out and try and get these little wrinkles out before I put this on. Have the shirt, I'm about to press it. Putting the screen over. And since this screen is clean, I don't have to worry about getting ink all over for this first one. That looks about centered. I've got my trusty scoop. And we've got the ink here. Wash fast when properly heat set. So I don't know what that means. Maybe I should look that up. So again, we don't need as much ink as we used last time. So I'm just gonna put just a little bit, but we still want a good amount. So, and we've got our squeegee. I don't have enough on the V there. Oh, hello. Thank you. Thank you, whoever you are. It's been slow, so that's greatly appreciated. I'm not sure how many times you're supposed to do it, but all right, and then gently lift up. Okay, not bad, not bad. A little bit still on the V. I saw that as a problem spot when I was doing it. But overall, you guys, that actually didn't come out bad. A little tight there. I'm gonna read up on how to properly heat set it and see what I need to do. All right, so from the 30 seconds of watching a YouTube video, I believe I am now an expert. So from what he said, after the shirt dries, he likes to usually wait about 24 hours. Then he just puts down a piece of paper, like parchment paper or something. He actually said computer paper or newsprint. So I guess whatever paper works. I'm gonna use parchment paper. After it's completely dry, about 24 hours, then you put a piece of paper down and then you have an iron on the cotton setting and then you just kind of move it around a little bit and heat it up and then it's heat set. So I'm gonna do that with the canvas bag that I did yesterday. And now we're going to heat set this. So I have a piece of parchment paper here that I just grabbed from the kitchen. There we go. And my Cricut is heating back up. We're just gonna heat it up a little bit. Not very much. There. That seems appropriate. About 265 degrees for 5 to 10 seconds. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in the wash now. And then later this afternoon, I'll throw the shirts in the wash. All right, here they are. So first up we have the Cricut HTV. This is about a little over 24 hours after it was created. I washed it last night and it came out really nice. There's no gapping or lifting anywhere. And again, that's only one wash. So it looks pretty good. The vinyl's nice and smooth. So looks good. This, I went ahead and actually did the screen printing again, and there are a few boo-boos, so it's very finicky doing it at home with just the materials that you have. It's possible, and I could research and do probably a better job than this, but I mean, it worked. I have not washed this yet. I did, however, wash the bag. So here's the bag that I tested. I did throw that in the wash after heat setting, and some of the ink kind of came off when I rubbed it when it was still wet. I wanted to test it and see what happened. So this one did pretty well. I'm going to iron it out and try and get the wrinkles out and see how it sits. But it's a good option too. And this is the actual shirt that I will be producing and selling. So this is the outsourced heat transfer. They cut it and everything. I think I need to do a few more seconds. I can kind of, it's not really peeling in areas, but it doesn't feel quite as bonded as the Cricut HTV over here, but I also think that's due to the material. This is a special material that is commonly used on jerseys for contact sports. So I think I just need, it is adhered, but I think because of the material that it just feels like it's raised up a bit more and not quite as flush as this. And it also has a different texture. It's kind of slightly more grippy, if that makes any sense. I mean, it's not sticky by any means, but you can tell that it has kind of a different texture than the Cricut HTV. All in all, I love it. I'm really happy with it. Again, I'm gonna press it for the full 8 seconds instead of 7, and then press it for another full 8 seconds on the back when I turn it over. So those are the 3 options. They all came out great. Overall, I would have to say that my favorite from just the initial impression, I would have to go with this one, and not just because I'm selling this as my shirt, but I really do think that this material is going to be longer lasting through several wash cycles. I feel like this one might fade a little bit, and I feel like this one, it is probably not going to last super duper long. Only time will tell. I will give an update once these have all 3 been washed several times. But for now, that's where I'm going to leave this video. And here is what the shirt looks like on. I love it. There is a little bit of, it's not wrinkly. I'm not sure what to call that, but it's because the material is stretched across my chest. I probably should size up, but I refuse. It lays nice and flat. It's really nice to the touch. I love the color. I think it came out really super cute, and I'm really excited about it. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed seeing this comparison of 3 at-home applications for creating t-shirts, make sure that you hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button if you haven't already, and tell me what video you want me to do next comparing at-home products. This video was a lot of fun to make, and I can't wait to do another one. Until next time, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you on the next video. Bye!